Hello students, a very warm welcome to this lecture series on gravitation and a very warm welcome to JEE English Unacademy, India's leading and largest JEE test preparation platform. And students, definitely you are going to get into something really very interesting for your JEE preparation. And as well as, if you are a physics enthusiast, you will love this topic because it's quite practical, From now onwards, whatever we are going to, go through in gravitation, it's quite practical, and you'll realize that it is also being, applied every day. I mean, like in every day, if you're in, some kind of space sciences, or if you're noticing how the satellites are working, etc. This is going to be a very practical topic. Not only that, this is one of the most frequently asked gravitation topics in your exam. Okay, this is definitely one of the frequently asked gravitation topic in your exam. So stay tuned, try to understand each and everything. It will definitely be, like a very fruitful and a productive class for you as both physics enthusiasts and, JEE aspirants. Hi, Nitesh. Yes. So let's get into this, and let me introduce myself to you. Hello Nitesh. Hi. Good evening students. Good evening students. I'm Muralidharan Gopalakrishnan. I completed my MS in electrical engineering from one of the top ranking American university. I'm also an IITian who completed BTech from IIT Guwahati. Hi Farah. Hi students. Yes, hello. Good evening. And I'm also an IITian who completed my BTech from IIT Guwahati. I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams. And I'm also an inventor who has filed 25 patent applications and invented few, technological applications as well. And today we are going to get into something really very interesting, gravitation. But before that, guys, if you do not have a Telegram app yet, just download this Telegram app from your Google Play Store and App Store. Type in Telegram and click on to this link which is available in the description box below. Once you click on to this link and get on to a JEE English Telegram channel, so this is the process to get on to a JEE English Telegram channel, post which you will get before time updates on every lecture conducted by our team. Okay, and also by our team on Unacademy Learning app. And this Sunday and Monday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. we will be having vectors part 3 and part 4, A to Z of vectors part 3 and part 4. If you ever wondered vectors, how do you deal it in your physics, be it even your 2021 aspirants, if you're struggling with some part of relative motion concepts, boats and river concept, etc., you can still attend these sessions because we'll be dealing with those kind of problems in the upcoming session. And definitely, guys, they are an application of vectors. Try to understand that relative motion is not at all possible if there wasn't vectors. So yes, try to understand this concept in the upcoming sessions. Try to attend the past lectures as well. We have solved many problems around your cardinal axis, cardinal coordinates based problems, which is one of the frequently asked JEE Mains and JEE Advanced problem. And I keep conducting this free of cost A to Z sessions on your Unacademy Learning app. So first of all, guys, if you don't have an Unacademy Learning app, do download it from your Google Play Store and App Store. Post this class, definitely do that if you don't have one. So can you tell me when 12th class starts for 2022 aspirants? I wish to join Unacademy subscription. So yes, I'll come to that point. Tribin, I think, 12th class starts for Unacademy subscription. That's already begun. But what would I recommend you personally is wait for any announcements from NTA. Okay, you're still in 11th class. Try to perfect those topics which are definitely going to be a part of your syllabus. Okay. So yes, students, I'll come to your query, Tribin. Just hold on. Let's just get started with the session, and then I'll get into a query. I definitely do have a strategy for students like you, and I'll definitely get into that part. And students, that being said, if you haven't downloaded an Unacademy Learning app yet, just do download an Unacademy Learning app by typing in Unacademy in your Google Play Store and App Store. And the first search result is going to be Unacademy Learning app, and click on to that link and click on that install button, guys. Why do you need to install it? Because I keep conducting free of cost A to Z sessions on your Unacademy Learning app. Once you download the Unacademy Learning app and start following me, you will get live updates on every session, on every of this A to Z session conducted by me on Unacademy learning app. And what are these A to Z sessions? These are little, fast paced or like a beginner sessions for students depending upon their preparation. Actually, these are like longer sessions than your YouTube sessions, and they have different model problems. And not only that, once you download Unacademy learning app, you will get access to many free of cost quizzes, and you can also attend Unacademy Combat. I'll definitely get into your question, Tribune. Yeah. I have a strategy for you. I'll get into your question. Okay, just give me a moment and I'll get into your question. Okay, just hold on. I got your question. Really good question. I'll get into your question. And students, if you're looking for a champions tool for your JEE preparation, be it JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, it's going to be Unacademy subscription. And what do we have on Unacademy subscription? We have daily live interactive classes with the best educators across the nation, guys, on the best of the kind platform, with all the kind of interaction that you could have with your educators, and as well as assess your overall performance using polls and leaderboards. So your learning would become interesting on Unacademy subscription on such an interactive platform, and that's also quite interesting to learn on one such platform. Not only that, we keep conducting national level test series and give out analysis on Unacademy subscription platform, which is one of the most important part of your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. And every program on Unacademy subscription is a structured and a systematic program where every fourth session is going to be a doubt clearing session. Yes, of course, every fourth session is going to be a doubt clearing session, and that is what matters, like this kind of structured program where you don't have to worry about the schedule. Everything is taken care by the program. And yes, every program also comes with quizzes and mega quizzes. And students, how do you avail this amazing Unacademy subscription to become a champion in your pursuit or to succeed in the ultimate dream of becoming IIT and NITN? All you need to do is click on the left hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, choose IIT JEE as the goal, and hit on this get subscription button. Yes, Farhan, of course we'll be doing that. Just hold on for a moment, we'll be getting into that. Yes, and post you hit on to the subscription, you will realize that it's one subscription, unlimited access throughout the period. You can access programs for both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced on Unacademy subscription. And guys, this all comes at a price of less than 70 rupees a day if you are going to go for a 24-month subscription. If you're going to go for a 24-month subscription, it's only going to cost you 70 rupees a day. We typically recommend this 24-month subscription for students from 8th to 11th class. Okay, and be sure to apply Murli Live code to avail best discount on your subscription purchases. Don't miss out any of the discounts that you can avail on your subscription purchases. Hi, hello students, hi. And yes, you can definitely also have another amazing thing on Unacademy subscription platform is that you can split your payments into multiple parts, and you don't have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once. Yes, we do have pay in parts option and also no cost EMI, where you don't have to pay any interest on your EMI purchases. And we do anyway have other payment options like debit card, credit card and UPI, which as well you can check out during your Unacademy subscription payment. But these are two typical payment options that I recommend to students because this reduces the burden of paying all the fee at once. And yes, if you're a long-term dropper or if you're in 12th class, we recommend that you go for a 12-month program. So 12th class students, long-term students, droppers, we recommend that you go for a 12-month program. And what do we have for you? We have dedicated droppers batch, individual micro courses. This way, if pandemic has disrupted your preparation and if you haven't completed something in your coaching, you can still complete it online on Unacademy subscription. And moreover, we have like 7,000 plus materials for your JEE preparation, 1,000 plus live programs going on, 100 plus programs hosted every week, and sessions conducted by legends like DC Pandey sir on this platform. And yes, this all comes at a price of only 2,888, less than 2,900 is what you have to pay for this amazing subscription. And moreover, guys, it's also a test series. Definitely do not miss out any test series. If you're on an Unacademy subscription, do attend them. And be sure to apply Murli Live code to avail the best discount on your subscription purchases. Hi Fire, hi. I think so, Tribin. I'll get to a strategy. Just give me a couple of minutes. Okay, just give me 2 minutes and we'll get your strategy, Tribin. Definitely. And yes, students, there is something beyond plus subscription. This was all about your plus subscription. Then there is something known as iconic subscription. What is this iconic subscription? On iconic subscription, you can get personal coaching and guidelines from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey and who have previously cracked JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Think about it, IITians and NITians guiding you with exactly the do's and don'ts that you have to do and should not be doing during your JEE preparation. So this is the kind of awesomeness about Unacademy iconic subscription. It also comes with study planners and test analysis, and a 12-month program is only going to cost you 58,500, and a 24-month program is going to cost you only 90,000. And be sure to apply Murli Live code, be it on your Unacademy Plus subscription or iconic subscription, to get the best discount. And not only that, students, now our JEE English team is also on iconic subscription, and you can take your JEE preparation to the next level with our personal touch, with our personal coaching. We'll keep conducting IIT JEE workshops, giving out expert guidelines, and you will have study planners and frequent test analysis. And now you can prepare in English. With our JEE English team, we have IITians, NITians and head of institution on our platform. And yes, let me get into your question. Hi, Fire Queen. Hi, Tribin. Hello, students. MD Farah. Hi, everyone. Nitesh. So many guys. Okay. Yes. Coming to Tribin's question. Okay, Tribin has a very interesting question. So he's one of the students who's actually very regular to the lectures, and he keeps, asking doubts and everything. And he actually is, I believe you are a sincere student. So now the thing is, he's asking, I'm a 22 aspirant. I need to get started with 12th class, and what do I do now? See, one thing, let me be really be frank with you, students. It does not matter when you prepare for what, you should be thorough with the topic. Okay, so Tribin, here is my suggestion. Get started now. Okay, wait for NTS announcement. Get started now with topics like current and electricity, optics. Okay, just note down those topics and start attending courses on them. Of course, do avail a 12-month subscription right away and get started with your preparation. See, you are in 11th class, you still have time. And students, one more important thing, today there was a live interview by education minister, and he has said that you can expect your CBSE exam, board exam, to be happening somewhere in the month of February and March. That means expect your JEE Mains to be happening for 2021 aspirants, to be happening at end of Jan or mid of Feb. Okay, first session happens, then your board exam happens, then you go for another JEE Mains session, right? So expect your JEE Mains to happen very soon. And 2021 aspirants, this is a suggestion for you. And 2022 aspirants, do not worry about it. Wait for some announcement from NTA. So NTA is soon about to announce something about your syllabus. Do not expect any syllabus reduction as such. Whatever has been reduced from your, if you are a CBSE students, you would have realized that whatever has been reduced in your syllabus is absolutely nothing. Okay, it's absolutely nothing to do with, intricate concepts or the complex concepts, the real concepts. What has been reduced is like the theoretical part that is unnecessary for your learning. Okay, so that way, do focus on every topic for your preparation, 11th class students and 12th class students, especially 12th class students, because this is where 2021 aspirants go wrong. They think that okay, we are on an awesome track. I think the exam is going to be postponed, the syllabus is going to be reduced. I will then start preparing. No, there is absolutely no point. You can't prepare in a month. Let me be frank. You can prepare in 6 months, but you can't prepare in a month, to be honest, because it's a vast syllabus. Especially for a JEE Mains, you can't literally prepare in a month. There can be strategies given that you have some understanding from the beginning, of some topics, or at least you're prepared really well for your boards, understood the concepts really well. And for 2022 aspirant, let me come to the Tribin's question. Tribin, what you have to do, right now, see, there are some parts of mechanics that you have to be thorough with. First, ensure that you are really good with thermodynamics. What do I mean by thermodynamics, students? Everything around thermodynamics. KTG, heat transfer, thermodynamics, everything. Not one topic. We used to study this as all together as one book. So be sure you are thorough with those topics, with those first target for thermodynamics, according to me. That's small topics, because mechanics as such is vast, but it has a lot of weightage. Then make sure you're thorough with your all your this syllabus by Jan, like mechanics. Practice as much as possible. Avail an academy subscription of 12 months, but what you need to do, parallelly, whichever is extra time required, do avail for that. Do not be be worrying about small things when it comes to your JEE preparation. Let's say you avail for 12 months, then you have 3 to 4 months left for your JEE preparation. Do get a 6-month subscription later on. But for now, you can just get a 12-month subscription, and what you can do is you can start preparing on those topics that are definitely going to be a part of the syllabus. One is current electricity, other I think would be definitely electrostatics and magnetism. But anyway, go for optics, because optics cannot be removed from your syllabus. Optics is the future. So from that perspective, I don't think your optics will be having any option of going out. Probably, any syllabus reduction that would come on the modern physics end. Probably on the modern physics, AC currents, these kind of topics might be reduced in your upcoming syllabus, if at all. And that too is applicable only for 2021 aspirants, unless it has been explicitly stated for 2022 aspirants the syllabus is also reduced, or an official notice has been put up on NTA's site saying that the syllabus has been reduced. So target those kind of topics which cannot be removed. These are like the future of engineering students, or the future of technology. For an example, your electrostatics, magnetism, current electricity, and your optics. Focus on those topics. Try to complete them within 8 months. 8 months is a good amount of time. Parallelly, you have a subscription. You can start attending also classes on mechanics and practice them. You need to give some extra time, definitely. Else practice it yourself. If you're thinking that you have already attended classes, you're good enough, at least do take up test series and attend them. Okay, I think I've answered your question, didn't I? And I think you have got a good answer about it. And students, one more important thing, this is an absolute universal truth. Even if the world believes in you, and if you don't believe in yourself, you are welcome, Tribun. Absolutely, you are welcome. Okay. And yes, do also focus on those individual topics for 11th class, like gravitation. There are a few topics, that you can cover and just score the marks. Just 1 mark, but the units, dimensions, and measurements. Get these kind of topics. Anyway, you can go through the strategy once again and you'll understand it, which are those topics you need to do. And students, really one more important thing, that do remember this is a universal truth. If you don't believe in yourself, and even if the world believes in you, you won't be able to achieve your target. But if you believe in yourself, and even if the world does not believe in you, no one can stop you. You will be able to ultimately achieve that success, given that you put in that hard work and smart work. There is no overnight success, but given that you put in that hard work and smart work, everything is possible. So assess yourself where you are now. Every one of you should not be even here. You should be over here. I can do it. I will do it. It will ultimately happen. You have to keep your dream alive, be it anything that you're doing. If you're a JEE aspirant, your dream must be to get into IITs and NITs, and you should work hard and smartly for it. And of course, that passion will drive you one day to your destination. So keep having that passion. Don't let go your passion. Nothing should discourage you. Nothing should demotivate you. Stay focused on your goals. Absolutely fire, Queen. Yes. Now let's get into that topic. Okay, this is an interesting topic, and definitely one of the most asked, from now onwards, like 3 to 4, 5 lectures, 6 lectures are like the most important topics of your gravitation. Don't miss them out. These are like at least some of the amazing topics as well. Okay, let's get started with first theory, and then we'll be approaching into something very practical. You will be amazed by those concepts. So the gravitational field at a point P at a distance r due to the shell with radius r and mass m uniformly distributed throughout its surface area. What it is going to be? So mass m, it's a shell. It's not like a circle or a ring that you're seeing. It's a shell. Okay, I typically try to indicate a ring with something like this. So now in the shell, how do you find out the gravitation field at a point P outside the radius? Any guesses? Anyone like who can who know the answer? What is the approach? Okay, whether it should be like gm by r square, or whether it should be gm by small r square, or whether it should be root 2 gm pi r square, or whether it should be root 2 gm pi r small r square. Anyone? See, here is the standard rule for shells and spheres. As long as the point is outside of that shell and sphere, you can assume that as long as some point is outside it, okay, you can assume that the mass, by symmetry, you can assume that the mass is concentrated at the center. Okay, don't ask me how and why. This is like a standard thing for shells. This is how it works. And if this has a mass m, think about it as if a point mass concentrated at the center of the shell, which is lying at a distance r from the point P. Okay. Now what should be your gravitational field? Your gravitational field, okay, this is, I'm just indicating this r vector. Of course, your field is going to be in which direction? I don't want to confuse you. So this is your field direction, attractive force. Now that's why you'll see a negative sign in most of your questions. So gravitational field will be in this direction. Okay, that was an r vector. Okay, so now in this case, what is the gravitational field due to a point mass m at a distance r from the center? Going to be, gravitational field is going to be nothing, it's going to be nothing different. Think about it. Point mass at a distance, how much? R from the point P. So it should be gm by r square. So this is true for any r greater than the radius of the shell. R indicates radius of the shell. Don't get confused. And one more thing. If r was equal to r, then what happens? This is still applicable. Electric field would be how much? If r is equal to r. I am just talking about a special case. In that case, what is going to happen? R is equal to r. Gravitational field is going to be gm by capital R square. Because r is equal to r. Simple, easy, simple. There you go, you got your answer. This was your answer, and this was your special case. Let's move on. This about what? Your shell having some mass m uniformly distributed throughout its area. Okay. The answer should be B, not A. Do remember that. Only r is equal to r, that is true. Next, gravitational field at a point P. So we are going to get into a very, very important concept. Definitely do take down your notes. It's very important that you are taking down your notes. Don't do the mistake of not noting down things that we are going to discuss now. Okay, you need to also understand this thing very conceptually. The gravitational field at a point P at a distance r due to the spherical shell with radius r and mass m uniformly distributed throughout its surface, where small r is less than that of capital R. I mean, the point is inside the spherical shell. Point P is inside the spherical shell. So what should be the gravitational field be? Whether it should be 0 or gm by r square or gm by small r square or root 2 gm by r square. Anyone, any guesses? Here we are going to get into actually a very interesting theory. If you know something interesting, you can simply say it's 0. Okay, only applicable for symmetrical uniform mass distribution. For symmetrical mass distribution. This is something only you can say if it's a symmetrical mass distribution. Don't make this mistake. Okay, symmetrical mass distribution. Your question can be as simple as it is. Like, it's not a symmetrical mass distribution. Should it be a 0 or non-zero value? It should be a non-zero value. Note it down. 0 is only applicable when it's a symmetrical mass distribution. If it's not a symmetrical mass distribution, unevenly distributed masses, you can't say this. Okay, with this we are going to get into something known as Gauss law for masses. Okay, what does Gauss law for masses state? Okay, you will be seeing also a very similar concept in your electrostatics. Okay, a very similar concept. Okay, if you understand gravitation really well in terms of mathematics, except for few concepts, the math is going to be the same. Okay, the math is actually going to be the same. The math is not going to be very different for your electrostatics and gravitation. You can actually cover them, you know, hand in hand. But yeah, it depends. Like given that. Anyway, it's a starter chapter as well. So let's say there is a small area delta A, and there is, you know, some this coming. Okay. This is denoted in this direction. It should be rather be in this direction. That is not at all a problem. Forget the given identity. Okay, and this is something like gravitational field. So we say, okay, gravitational field and into area is nothing but flux. What flux? Gravitational flux. Okay, flux is anything, any imaginary field lines. Actually it is defined something like this. What is flux? You know, flux is imaginary field lines. Hello students, hi. Flux is what? It's the number of that imaginary field lines passing through a unit area. So basically, if you know field intensity, it can be any field intensity. In this case, gravitational field intensity, dot product of area would give you exactly number of that imaginary field lines passing through that elemental area, which is going to be what? That small d phi g flux. Okay, right? This is what? Elemental gravitational flux. And if you integrate this elemental gravitational flux, we can call this as phi g. This is what? Total gravitational flux. So why are we stating all of these things? Because this is the key concept, and this is only applicable for your symmetrical mass distribution. Okay. So yes, this says that you know what, Eg.dA or E.dA, generally we denote also E with gravitational field. E.dA is nothing but minus 4 pi g mass enclosed. Just try to understand this point. Later on we will get into rest of the things. So it's minus 4 pi g mass enclosed. What is g? G is gravitational constant. Why minus sign? Actually because we say that flux always enters, hence it's a negative sign. Okay, that's why I've drawn the sign in this direction, right? So through a mass, always flux is going to enter. Why? Because your gravitational field or a gravitational force is an attractive force. It always pulls you towards, right? Earth is pulling you towards its center. Okay. Any, like, you know, another body in the space, astronomical body is pulling another body. So it's always an attractive force, hence we use the negative sign. There's no other reason. Okay, why do we have this minus? That is the reason. That's because it's an attractive force. Okay, so minus 4 pi g, g is gravitational constant, and the mass enclosed within that surface. Within that point, you will be drawing a Gaussian surface. Now, for now, try to understand it. You will be doing a lot of Gauss law based things once you get into electrostatics. Okay, so if I know the flux, I can determine, by dividing it by area, I can determine what is the exact gravitational field. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. I hope you understood this. Just note down this thing. 5g is equal to integration of E.dA. What is A over here? A is area, elemental area. Instead I have denoted small a over here. Okay. Elemental area, not full area. Okay. Else you won't be doing a surface integration. minus of 4 pi g mass enclosed. Now let's get into this. Keep noticing over here. So what I'm saying is there is a point over here, P. Okay. Let's not get into too much details of this, this thing. What is that? Gauss law of gravitation, because you'll be studying the Gauss law in so much detail. In fact, it is one of the most asked topics in your electrostatics. If you have noticed your past 10 years paper, it would all be about Gauss law. At least one question in every paper would be about the Gauss law. So you draw a Gaussian surface like this, which should be a like a surface very symmetrical to your original body. If you're noticing, what is the mass? So this is a spherical shell. Okay, this is a spherical shell. So shell means very thin. Okay, it's basically like a hollow shell. Spherical shell is nothing but a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere. Only all it has is a like surface area with small thickness. So nothing beyond this is mass distributed. Any mass that is being distributed is on this blue line. So here inside this red color thing that I have drawn, the mass inside this red color thing is 0. Hence, if you remember that law, it says gravitational flux is equal to how much? Minus 4 pi g mass enclosed, which is going to be 0. For point P, this is going to be 0. Hence, we can simply state that your gravitational flux is 0. And let's say this is at a distance r. Okay, it's again a shell. What is the surface area? It's going to have 4 pi r square, small r square surface area. Hence, we can state something like this: gravitational field, of course, there is going to be a negative sign. Okay. Anyway, your negative sign is already included, so I don't think we need to include another negative sign. Okay. Gravitational field dot area 4 pi r square, which is this thing is non-zero. If you have noticed it, this thing is non-zero. Surface area of that surface where the mass enclosed is 0 has some surface area which is non-zero. If surface area is non-zero, if this is not equal to 0, but this quantity is equal to 0, that means what? That means gravitational field is 0. Gravitational field is 0 for any point. So we concluded that Eg is going to be 0 because this is non-zero, final value is 0. Okay, this is true for any point r less than that of capital R, because no mass would be enclosed inside it. Really that simple. Really that simple. Gravitational field is equal to 0. It's not going to act like a point mass. That is just an approximation. That is just, a way of expressing things. That is like, a concept that has been derived. Okay. Here, gravitational field is 0 for any r less than r for a point. Okay. Okay. Now, there is actually another way of understanding this thing. What is that, So, how you need to imagine this is, you need to actually, okay, if you are not very comfortable with Gauss law, the other explanation for this is, around this point P, you can either divide it in this way or this way, whichever way you like. Okay. Anywhere around this, you can typically symmetrically divide this into two hollow spheres. But these two hollow spheres are attracting each other, attracting that point, which means the net field should be 0 at that point. There would be exactly be, and one way of understanding this is, okay, draw a line on Let me do this. Let's not choose the general way. So think about one point inside a hollow sphere. Just even try to imagine a hollow sphere in the mind. You can draw a plane through that hollow sphere that is going to exactly cut this point into two halves. Through that point, I'm just talking about a plane, you know. This plane is cutting it into two halves. If you keep noticing exact opposite points, symmetrically opposite points, they would all be cancelling out the field. So you can say again, one side attracting it, other side attracting it, ultimately there is going to be no net field at that point. If it was an outside point, every one of them is attracting in the same direction. The sphere is all attracting. If there is a point P1 over here, like both the halves are attracting in the same direction, but here this point is attracting in this direction and this point is attracting in this direction. Okay, but for a point outside, both are attracting in the same direction. Okay, this is one of the ways you can think about the symmetry. Another way is dividing it with a plane over here and saying that, you know, there are, like, you know, you take those masses, but they are small masses at a very lesser distance, whereas there is on the other side there is, you know, huge mass but at a larger distance. Multiple ways of thinking about it. Anyway, let's move on to the next problem, guys. And yes, before this, this is a very important concept for JEE Main and JEE Advanced. I shouldn't have even missed this. So what is this? Two names, okay, given to this. One is going to be hollow sphere, or what can you call this? It can be called as hollow sphere or shell. You'll get this kind of names in your exam, or shell. Now comes graphing part. In the graphing part, what would happen is one axis would have magnitude Eg, or E, which is nothing but gravitational field, and the other axis is going to be some, you know, R, small r. Like always you have been calculating with respect to small r, right? R1 can be over here, some R2 can be over here, some R3 can be on the surface. Where do you think is the gravitational field going to be maximum? On the surface. What is the maximum gravitational field in hollow sphere case? It's going to be magnitude. I'm just talking about magnitude, okay? It's going to be on the surface. What is the value going to be? The value is going to be gm by r square. Rest of the places it's going to be 0 up until where? Up until r. What is this? Radius of the sphere. Similarly, you will have another one on the other side. Okay, but anyway, in gravitation we only talk about one side, so you don't have to worry about the other side. And from here your graph will begin to start dropping something, and here your graph will begin and start dropping. What is this graph? Okay, up until here it's 0 students, up until r it is 0. Okay, let me do a thing. This is like the 0 gravitational field. Here you have maximum gravitational field, here you have maximum gravitational. Okay, this is both the sides. Okay, this is both the sides. One I'm showing on the right hand side, left hand side. Basically one side would be enough, but in your exam it can be also be on the both sides. Okay, now, okay, what does this graph say? This graph says y is inversely proportional to x square. Okay. E is inversely proportional to r square. That's it. That's all you need to know. Take a screenshot, start, no, not even taking screenshot, write it down, do it and do it. That's it. End of the story. I believe you have got the concept. Very important concept. Post this, it's all about these two concepts only. Trust me, it's all about these two concepts. Okay, gravitational field at a point P at a distance r due to a spherical solid sphere with radius r and mass m uniformly distributed through its volume. Okay, this time it's not a shell but rather a sphere. Okay, a solid sphere. Solid sphere with mass distributed throughout its volume, not just on the surface area. So what do you think about it? Like, is anything going to change? Whether it should be 0, whether it should be gm by capital R square, whether it should be only gm by small r square, as we saw in the earlier case? Any justification why it should be gm by small r square? Any point P lying outside that, circle, sorry, outside that sphere, you can say it's going to be gm by r square, as if the mass is concentrated at the center. If you have any kind of hesitation around this point, what you can do is you can think about this as multiple shells. Multiple shells, not one shell but multiple shells that has been brought to this form, brought to form the sphere. Okay, shell 1, shell 2, so on, like the shell goes from 0 up until radius r. Simple. Okay, so again in this case as well, we can say all the mass is concentrated at the center. So for each of this shell there should be some mass, as we saw in the earlier case that all the masses of that shell will be concentrated at the center. For each and every shell all the mass will be concentrated at the center. Ultimately all the mass is going to be concentrated at the center. Given this point lies outside the sphere. Again, gravitational field is going to be in which direction? It's going to be in this, towards the mass. So gravitational field is going to be gm by small r square minus r cap. If you are going for a direction, it's going to be minus r cap. Even in the earlier case it was minus r cap, so don't worry. End of the story. You don't have to worry about anything. That's it. That's all you need to know. Answer is B. That's it. Okay, now comes the most interesting part. You need to definitely focus on this part. This is where your foundation around this topic will be built. Okay, up until now what you have learned is fine. Let me just recap it. Both for solid spheres or shells or hollow spheres, any point outside that shell or the sphere, it is going to appear as if the mass is concentrated at the center, and you would calculate taking a equivalent point mass at the center of the shell and find out the potential. Find out the field. And for any point inside the shell, you would say, all right, okay, that is fine, but there exists no field inside the shell because there is no mass enclosed. Now comes the next one. Gravitational field at a point P at a distance r due to spherical solid sphere with radius r and mass m uniformly distributed throughout the volume, whereas in this case the point lies inside the shell, that is r is less than capital. What do you think it should be? Do you think it should be 0? It's a very simple concept. It's really a very simple concept. You can just do it from the concepts what I have been taught until now. Alright. What I am saying is, think about it in two ways. One is at, okay, this point lies inside, right? Let me do a thing. First of all, let me choose a different color. Okay, you can think about it in this way. One part is going to be the part outside that point P. Any distance from ear to ear. Okay, this R to R, a small r to capital R, is going to be a shell or bunches of shell outside the outer shells. You can call it as outer shells or outer portion. I'm just trying to give it a name. There's absolutely no issues in this. So let's call it as outer part of the sphere. Next, where this blue line lies, right? This blue line is not a blue line. Think about it as a blue partition, blue, spherical partition. Okay, this is just a cross section. This is where all the mass lies. You can go by Gauss law, or else simply think about it as the sphere with some mass on which you have to find out the field. Easy. That inner part that you are noticing over here is going to be what? That part with some mass on which you have to find out some field. And now we have divided this into two parts. One is the outer part, one is the inner part. What happens due to outer part? Outer part, let's say, as some mass. Okay, let's forget whatever the mass is. That is going to be some m minus m dash for now. I'll say why m minus m dash, because we are going to assume inside it's going to be m dash. So this outer mass is going to produce or not, not create any field. No field due to outer mass. How about due to inner mass? I told you inner mass is nothing but again a spherical shell, or sorry, a spherical body with a point lying on its surface. So no field. So you need to forget this part is not going to create any field. You can just remove this part. Now you can think about this problem as if only one small, like a smaller part of this sphere exists, and you have to calculate the field at point P. That is it. So this guy would be having some mass m dash. So at this point, what is its radius is r. Okay, this m dash sphere. So what we are going to do is going to find out the field at the surface of a spherical body with mass m dash this time and radius small r. What it is going to be? Just talking about magnitude. M dash, radius small r, outside sphere no impact, This is only about the inner sphere. That outer part, outer bunch of, you can take it as shells, etc. No impact. What is the magnitude of the field? It's going to be G, not M, but M dash by, not capital R, small r square. Okay. What we need to do is, we need to actually substitute the value of M dash. Then we'll get the answer. Okay. So let's come to this point. Okay. So let's say, you know this thing. The whole body, okay, this is actually just a segmentation that I've got for your understanding, right? It was actually a whole body with radius r and mass m. Okay, it's like this whole body. Now this whole body has mass m with a radius r, which is nothing but a volume 4 by 3 capital pi r cube. Now a body, now the question is, a body with constant, okay, this is uniform mass distribution throughout the volume, else you would have to integrate it for each shell, 4 pi r square dr. Such questions are possible, and don't worry students, if you're worrying about it, once you get into electrostatics, those kind of integrations will become a cakewalk. But anyway, you should be practicing it right now. Okay, so now this body M dash as a radius, M dash is which? This small body, the small orange body within this segmentation, only the orange part that is appearing right now, not the whole orange part, as radius r, and this would be having 4 by 3 pi small r cube. So now the question is, how do you express m in terms of m dash? Okay, so one way of thinking about it is really simple. Go by density. Density is the easiest way. Else you can just take a ratio. M dash by m is equal to r cube by r cube. Little simpler, I know, but okay, this is the standardized approach. So we will say it has some density. And what is this density? This is a normal density. Okay, just volume density, mass by volume. Mass is how much? M, and your volume is how much? 4 by 3 pi r capital cube. Okay, this is basically what I'm writing down as mass by volume. Okay, and we will be saying this m dash is nothing but rho into its volume, v dash, which is nothing but m divided by 4 by 3 capital pi r cube, just like what you're seeing over here, into v dash is how much? 4 by 3 this thing, right? This is your v dash, small r cube. Okay, same way, just a bunch of calculation. Again, you'll be getting the same thing. M dash is nothing but m into small r cube divided by capital R. Okay, m dash is how much? From this calculation, going to be m into small r cube divided by capital R cube. Just substitute this value. That's it. Just substitute this value in your EG. Your EG was how much? Due to this shell, it was G m dash by r square. Now, if you substitute the value of m dash, how much that is? That is m into small r cube divided by capital R cube. What is happening? Gm r divided by r cube. What is the only variable in this case? If you are looking at it as an equation, the variable is going to be that small r, radial distance small r. Simple. EG is going to be how much? It's going to be GMR by R cube. If you can't remember this, just to remember the point, how to calculate M dash, I would rather recommend remembering M dash. Okay, this is a simplified version of it, but I would recommend that you remember the M dash. M dash is nothing but rho into volume dash. This volume dash is for this guy. M dash is also for this guy. R is also for this guy. That's it. End of the story. Now, if you are going to graph this, which is the most interesting part of the entire discussion, actually, you would observe something little different. Okay, let me ask you a question before we get into anything else. See, in this case, what is happening? With R, it is increasing. Gravitational field is increasing with R. This is for R less than capital R. Okay, now let's graph it. You of course have your two axes as usual. One axis is going to be a gravitational field magnitude, and the other one is going to be your R, radius R. Okay, going to be gravitational field magnitude. Now, so if you remember the equation, we first of all draw this. Hi SK Gaming, hi. If you're new, you can still attend it. Yeah, just getting started with a brand new topic known as your this thing, gravitation. You can still complete the rest of the lectures. Very good. If you are new to Unacademy, start attending the lectures, be regular, and cover all the topics. Most important topics for your JEE preparation are being covered on your JEE English channel. You can check them out. And what is the equation over here for the field, students? It's proportional to R. Here it is basically x is equal to some ky. Okay, it's not exactly y, I'm really sorry. X is proportional to y line. It is what? Let me write it down this way. EG. Now I think you'll have a better understanding of things. So GM by capital R cube into what? Small r. And your maximum field is going to be at R. Don't worry about it. That thing hasn't changed. But between that zero to R, what happened? The field was increasing. And post that, what is happening? The field is going to drop. Just like how you saw in the shell case. Just like this. And what is this line? Yeah, you can start from here but cover the past lectures as well. You are in 11th class or 12th class? A good name. So if you are in 11th class, yes, do get started from here, but complete units dimensions A to Z lecture series on your Unacademy learning app. Let me not complicate it. Should be y is proportional to 1 by x square. I was about to write it down as x is proportional to 1 by y root, but rather let me write it down as y is proportional to 1 by x. Again, there would be mirror reflection. Okay, you can draw this, but we won't be able to indicate this. That's the reason I didn't draw it over here. Yes, I can do a thing, simply erase this part and quickly. This is GM by R cube, and again it's going to be a line up until where? Up until some R. Again going to be something like this. So again it's going to be y is proportional to x line having same equation as on this side, and this is going to be y is proportional to 1 by x square. Y is proportional to 1 by r square, right? Here the equation was what? Any r greater than, what was the equation over here? You can start from here, but do complete units, dimensions and measurements. Here it is, Eg is equal to Gm by small r square. Okay, this is the magnitude. I hope you understood this point. So there is a small difference, if you notice, between the shell's graph and the solid sphere's graph. Shell did not have any field inside, but your solid sphere had field inside, except for at the center, right? Except for at the center, rest of the places it has field. At the center it does not have field. Okay, by symmetry you can simply say that there is no field. Okay, all the masses are going to pull towards each other in a very symmetrical manner. No field. You can imagine that thing. But except for the center, rest of the places did have field in them. And what happened? Like it increased with R and it reached certain saturation, that was Gm by capital R square, which is the maximum field. And then it started dropping with your this thing. It started dropping with your distance in the ratio of 1 by r square. Okay, that's it. And in the shell case, it directly did start from here, if you remember. Alright, there are more interesting problems going to come up in the upcoming sessions. Do not miss them out. Now we'll be having our stickman standing at some height and we need to find out the gravitational acceleration experienced by the person. So imagine yourself at a certain height. So what do you think is going to happen to the gravitational acceleration? Whether it's going to increase, decrease, or it's going to remain the same. So we will deal with many such interesting questions in the upcoming sessions. Do not miss them out, and definitely these are going to be super interesting questions. And of course, this is where you get the problem. This is one of the places, and the other one is going to be this kind of questions. Not just your JEE Main, JEE Advanced, but in many other competitive exams. And guys, yes, this 13th of December, you are going to get a free test series for your JEE Advanced 2021. Paper 1 is going to happen from 9 AM to 12 PM. Paper 2 is going to happen from 2 PM to 5 PM. And students, do remember, this is an awesome session for your actually an awesome thing for your JEE Advanced and JEE Mains preparation. It will give you an experience of your JEE Advanced. So do enroll today because it's also free. Do enroll now itself and yes, experience this test series of JEE Advanced. And these are the papers prepared by our top-notch educators, and you will be also given free analysis classes by our educators on the platform. So don't miss it out. 13th of December, enroll today, students. Enroll today. Paper 1, paper 2. Do not be afraid of it. Just be attending it. It's anyway free. Do attend it. Just do attend it, I mean. And guys, yes, the most competitive gamified IIT JEE battle ever is going to happen again on 20th of December. So again on 20th of December, we'll be having the most competitive IIT JEE battle ever. Now you can compete live and win lots of rewards and prizes. Enroll right away today with Murli Live code, and of course get Murli Live code and get a discount. And what can you win? You can win hundreds of Amazon vouchers, MacBook Air, Apple iPad, Apple EarPods. So yes, amazing gifts. But not only don't think and don't only take this as a competition where you can win gifts and rewards, but take this also as a learning experience. So yes, students, compete live and start winning your rewards and prizes. Enroll today with Murli Live code, and yes, do it before 20th of December and start attending it. Here you can win awards and prizes, but do attend these test series. Definitely I recommend that. This is going to happen on 13th of December. Don't miss it out. And guys, yes, do definitely like and share this video. The reason is it's a free of cost video where you're getting full-length content for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. Do share it with your friends on social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram groups, Facebook groups, wherever you think IIT JEE aspirants or physics enthusiasts are there, because they will love this topic and it's going to be very useful for them. And anyway, it's available all for free of cost. It's all full-length content for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. So do share it with your friends on your social media. Someone in need may get access to this amazing full-length content for your JEE preparation. Definitely, we are covering concepts at your basics level. We are taking it to JEE Mains and then to JEE Advanced. So do share it. And students, don't only work hard but also work smart. Definitely do work hard. There is no overnight success. Work hard and smart to achieve your success, and keep sharing all the knowledge that you acquire, and avoid gossips, guys. Avoid gossips. Keep smiling. And students, if you do not have a Telegram app yet, just do download the Telegram app from your Google Play Store and App Store, and click on this link which is available in the description box below, and that way you will be getting onto an awesome Telegram channel known as our JEE English Telegram channel, where you will be getting before time updates on every class conducted by me and the team on JEE English, not only on JEE English but also on Unacademy Learning app. So do definitely click on the link and get onto our Telegram channel. From where to start? Definitely to start from here, students. For 2022 aspirants, 2021 aspirants, we are just beginning. Yes, do attend every classes, every recorded classes, everything. You can come and ask me doubts later on in the special classes, maybe in your regular classes, wherever you have any doubt. And students, yes, free special class this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on your vector part 3 and part 4. So what do I mean by part 3 and part 4? Part 1 and part 2 is already completed. Start attending those two parts before attending this part. Of course, it's going to be independent of each other, but we have solved so many cardinal axis based problems, cardinal points based problems which are asked in your JEE Main sometimes. So do complete it. We will be soon starting with riverboat problems, relative motion problems. Everything is related to vectors, students. If you understand vectors really well, you will be able to do half your physics just like a cakewalk. All you need to understand is concept. Once you understand vectors, vectors is a method, vectors is a representation, vector has some math involved in it. Of course, we'll be covering some mathematical parts now onwards. But yeah, to understand, to get that feel of vectors, do attend the first two sessions. And yes, it's going to be mathematical, but I'll take it from the physics perspective. We'll be solving so many topics based problem, like we'll be solving work, power, energy, small basic problems around work, power, energy, and we'll be solving riverboat problems, relative motion problems, and these are all again free of cost A to Z sessions on your Unacademy Learning app. Not only that, guys, students, 2021 aspirants, 2022 aspirants, if you're just beginning now, or if you have even already completed your JEE preparation but haven't attended units, dimensions and measurements, this is definitely one of those A to Z lecture series that you definitely want to attend. Because why do you want to attend units, dimensions and measurements chapter, and why this A to Z series that I have conducted on Unacademy Learning app? The reason is I've completed everything, students: units based problem, dimensional analysis of significant and important quantities, error analysis, least count based problems, measuring instruments like screw gauge and vernier calipers, everything that is required for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, all in 4 sessions. These are like 4 sessions, and I definitely do recommend that you also attend that extra session that is available. All you need to do is you attend these 5 sessions and you're ready for your units, dimensions and measurements. And you're wondering whether this is an important topic. According to me, yes. So all you need to do is attend these 5 sessions. It's a very easy topic. It's less time consuming, not only during your preparation but also your exam. This is the easy and less time consuming one. And why it is important, you definitely get questions in your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. You can take up the last 10 years papers, you can check them out. There is no paper without the questions from them, and this is the part from which you're going to get that easy questions, and you can forward that same marks using lesser time in your exam. So do definitely attend it, and I keep conducting this A to Z lecture series on your Unacademy Learning app. So yes, I do keep conducting this A to Z lecture series. So yes, they are all available for free of cost. If you want to attend them, you can attend them from web-based version, but still do download Unacademy Learning app, type in Unacademy and download Unacademy Learning app and install it and start following me to get updates. to get updates, live notifications on the classes conducted by me students. And not only that, what you can do, another thing is, you know what, you can attend Unacademy quizzes, national level Unacademy quizzes for free of cost once you have this app, and you can attend this classes from anywhere. You can attend Unacademy Combat, so many things. So you definitely want to download Unacademy learning app, and do download this app, install it, log in, follow me to get live like updates on these lecture series. Definitely do not miss out A to Z lecture series. Let's say if you're missing out 1 or 2 lectures on YouTube, try to attend the A to Z lecture series. It will be a revision for you. Even if you're attending lectures over here, try to attend those, because I conduct them on weekends or any days that you're free. So that way you are able to complete, these lectures on a revision pattern. But right now we are running on a different track. So do complete it parallelly, and make sure you are maintaining that completeness. Completeness is the key and is the most important for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. And students, yes, if you are looking for champions tool for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be Unacademy subscription. What is Unacademy subscription? So it is nothing but the best live interactive classes with the best educators on a very interactive and attractive platform with leaderboards and polls on the best in class, in the form of best in class program. Yes guys, so yes, we have aggregated all the best educators on one platform, that is going to be your Unacademy subscription platform. And yes, it's going to be a very good platform for your learning, one of the best platforms that is very interactive, that comes with polls and leaderboards. You will enjoy your learning throughout. It's going to be a totally a fun experience. Not only that, you will have test series and analysis going on Unacademy subscription platform. This way you'll be able to assess your mistakes and improve upon your learning, and you'll definitely know the direction to go. And not only that, every program on Unacademy subscription is a structured program, which comes not only with just classes, daily live interactive classes, but also every 4th session is going to be a live doubt clearing session. And if you definitely have an Unacademy learning app, you can attend this classes, test series, these interactive classes from anywhere. So yes, do download an Unacademy learning app and think about your Unacademy subscription and choose the right kind of program for your JEE preparation, and definitely it will help you achieve those goals, because we have aggregated the best educators on the best platform, and we are taking your learning in a very structured and systematic way in the form of best programs on Unacademy subscription. And of course, we do have legends like DC Pandey sir on this platform. All you need to do to get this Unacademy subscription is click on left hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, choose IIT JEE as your goal, and hit on this get subscription button. And students, what are you thinking about? Do we have programs for JEE Mains and JEE Advanced? Yes, we do have programs for both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Once you hit on this get subscription button, you will realize that you're going to get access to both. You're not only going to get access to one, but every single program for your JEE preparation will be available with this one subscription. And students, what is the cost? The cost is pretty reasonable. All you have to pay is 70 rupees a day. 70 rupees a day for your preparation of 24 months. You'll be paying only 70 rupees a day, less than 70 rupees a day actually, because it's 2,100 per month, and it's for a 24-month program. Of course, if you are in 8th to 11th class, this is the most suitable program for you. And how do you get to this 2,100 rupees price point or 70 rupees a day price point? Apply Murli Live code to get the best discount on your subscription purchases. And students, yes, we do also have convenient payment options for your payment on Unacademy. You can split your payments into multiple parts using our pay in parts in-house feature, where you don't have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once. We also have access to no cost EMI, where you don't have to pay any interest on your easy monthly installments. These are like the split the payments option, where you can split your payments into multiple parts and don't have to pay any interest, and you don't have to go through the burden of paying all the fee at once. And not only that, we also have a 12-month program, which we typically recommend for droppers, 12th class students. Okay, we recommend this thing for 12th class students. droppers and long-term students. Okay, and what do we have for you in this? We have dedicated droppers batch, individual micro courses. If you have missed something earlier during your JEE preparation and your coaching or elsewhere, you can complete them over here. And not only that, students, we have national level test series going on, which is very important for droppers and long-term students, and definitely also 12th class students, any JEE aspirant as such. And we have 6,000 materials and 100 plus live programs going on and 1,000 plus programs hosted every week. And we definitely do have, few dedicated droppers batch classes going on Unacademy subscription platform. And this all comes at a price of only 2,888. So be sure to apply Murli Live code to get to this price point. That is to get the best discount on your subscription purchases. Okay, and not only that, students, this was all about Plus, where you got India's best educators, daily interactive classes, structured courses with DPPs and live tests and quizzes. But there is something beyond Plus known as Iconic on our platform, where you get all the features of Plus. Along with that, you'll be getting personal coaching from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey. So think about it, IITians and NITians who are exactly guiding you with the process and with the strategies of do's and don'ts during your JEE preparation. So they will be able to take you through this journey in a very, a very hassle-free manner, with all the workshops and personal guidance on Iconic subscription. Not only that, the Iconic subscription comes with study planners and many more features. And just think about it, learning from IITians and NITians from the mistakes, and they are helping you with the things that have helped them succeed, which will definitely also help you succeed in your pursuit. And yes, a 12-month program is only going to cost you 58,500. If you go for a 24-month program, it's going to cost you only 90,000. And students, be sure to apply Murli Live code to get to this price point. So to get the best discount on your subscription purchase, do apply Murli Live code, be it on Iconic subscription or Plus subscription. And yes, right now our team is also an Iconic subscription team. You can take your JEE preparation to next level with our personal coaching, with our personal guidance, with our IIT JEE workshops, expert guidelines, study planners and test analysis now on JEE with our JEE English team on Unacademy Iconic subscription. So yes, think about it. We have a really awesome team for your JEE preparation. So anyway, this lecture was a free of cost lecture, so do share it with your friends. Have your friends from next time on this lecture. Do subscribe to the channel and click on that bell notification so that you can get timely updates. But do definitely like and share this video with your friends on your social media, like WhatsApp, Facebook group, etc. See you tomorrow again at 6 p.m. with new concepts on gravitation. In fact, the most interesting concepts that are frequently asked in JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So stay tuned. See you tomorrow, guys.